Welcome to this HDG Manager training video. We'll concentrate on the Student Records module for the new HDG Manager MIBIS. Click the Student Records icon from the main dashboard to take you into the system. The icons in front of you are fairly self-explanatory, but we'll cover them in detail anyway. Click on All Students to see all students, and that will show you this number of students in the record. Alternatively, you can click on any of the individual years, and again the number indicates how many students are in that particular year. I'll briefly cover the other icons on the screen. This icon allows you to select an academic year to work on, so you can go back to the history or you can confirm the current academic year. The filter button allows you to sort the data and filter the data into a focus group on which you want to work, but we'll cover that in more detail later in this video. These two icons will be covered in separate videos. One is to do with the importing of students, and the other one is to do with configuring the system to suit your own particular requirements. As I said, they'll be covered in alternate videos. We'll choose Year 7 to work on for this particular presentation. All of the students for this year are within one folder, so you can scroll down to see those whenever you want. You can click on the column heading to sort the information into whatever data you want. Any column heading, all column headings will sort. You can narrow the column width if it's too wide, taking up too much space, or you can broaden the column width if it's not giving you enough space to see the data that you want. These features are to support you in how you work. You can also change the data that's on display. So by clicking the View Column icon, this gives you a list of all the potential columns that could be in the screen. The tick boxes indicate those that are visible, and you simply untick photos, that which you don't want to see. I don't want to see the UPN, but I do want to make sure I've got all of the email addresses for the students, so I can click on Info Email. That brings the column to front and indicates that I have some work to do before the data is complete. The response is immediate, and I can configure the display to suit the information that I want to work with. I notice, for example, that there's a couple of students that don't have photographs. So that's quite an easy thing to solve. All I need to do is to click on the icon for the student. That brings up the photo dialog. I need to then bring up the images of the photos that I want to translate. I click on the icon for the image that I want, drag that into the student icon box, drop it, confirm that that's the information that I want to save it. It could not be simpler. The ability to filter data allows me to be very precise as to the student group on which I want to work. The filter is extremely responsive. For example, all I need to do is to click in the first letter of a surname and the information comes to hand immediately. Very responsive, very, very simple, very quick. All of the data that is in the display can be edited by the user. For example, if I want to move this particular student to a different form, all I need to do is to click on the cell, drop down the box, change the form name, finished. The data in every cell is validated, and I'll use the UPN number as an example. I'll click on the UPN number and I'll simply delete a letter and try to save that. The system highlights the box in question, there's an error there, and brings me up an error message telling me exactly what I need to do to correct the error. Every data field is validated according to the requirements of that data. If we have a look at a couple of the other icons on this screen, this icon allows you to view the student data, brings up the student data including the photograph, general basic information, social data including SCN details, social details, etc., address, medical. You will also be able to add other attributes to the student record according to the requirements of the school. That will be covered on a separate video. This icon allows you to edit all of the data associated with a particular student. So you can go in and you can change that data at any time you like, and all of the fields are available to you at that point. This icon allows you to delete a student should they leave the school. The system comes back with a message asking you to confirm that you really do want to delete the student, and then you can confirm, or in this case we'll cancel it. Sometimes you want to change data for a number of students. You simply click on the students whose data you want to change. For example, we're going to move these 4 students into a different form. You click on this icon. That allows you to edit the selected student records. You bring up the data, make the change that you want, change them to a different tutor group, save that, and all those students are updated. These same students, a different example, may be leaving the school, in which case you would click this icon and delete selected students. All of these controls are available for you to use and make life simple. This icon here is the Add Student icon. Allows you to add individual students rather than import bulks of students. So a student arrives at the end of a particular week and you need to add the record to the system. This is the icon that you would use, and again you have access to all of the data fields necessary through this particular display. That's a brief overview of the student record system within the new HDG Manager MIS BIS. Thank you for your time.